Hello, what's up? Yoga Mac here, just looking at some Perplexity. We can go over some how I use Perplexity. All right, so there's something new coming out. There's $500 billion going into AI infrastructure. Trump announced it recently, and it looks like SoftBank is coming in with a collaboration with Oracle, NVIDIA, Microsoft, OpenAI. So, this is just where we're headed. They got to build a lot of data centers for this. So I would read this, or I've already read it. I'm active on a couple different social media platforms, and Elon's platform X seems to really push this kind of news. So I found out about it pretty early. National AI objectives. Preserving economic competitiveness and access to powerful AI models, preventing reliance on foreign AI infrastructure, promoting U.S. clean energy production for AI operations. That's that's key. Streamlining permitting processes for AI infrastructure development, and then creating high tech jobs and stimulating economic growth across multiple states. So that's good because I would say that as a writer, and you know, AI came through, and a lot of my contracts went out the window, and then the same people came back 6 months, 9 months later, and said, "Hey, we need your help with the AI stuff." And rates rates go up whenever there's inflation. So it's always tough during transitions. So I just buckled down. I got a bunch of certifications or whatever in prompt engineering, which I didn't really have to get because I already have a writing degree. So if you know how to read and write, you can pretty much figure out your own strategy with how to prompt AI, or what it is a relationship with AI, because it is like a different kind of consciousness. It's not alive. It's not like us, okay? But because it doesn't have a soul, but it is. If you treat it like a different type of consciousness, then you can come with a better mindset. Like you want to be grateful and thankful that it's able to access the information and help you, you know, things like that, and you get much better results. But for interacting with something like this with a news article, um, so first, in Perplexity, they have it laid out. Like they give you the sources and stuff, and then what are the key technical innovations needed? How will partnerships between Microsoft and OpenAI enhance research? What are the potential benefits? How will Stargate project? So let's just say you don't have a lot of time, and obviously that's not going to take you that long to read. But you've got all these other ones too. So let's just say TLDR the article for me, please. So TLDR's it. It'll just put it in a bulletin form, a list. Okay. And then let's see. So I'm interested about the data centers. So how important is it to monitor the environmental impact of new AI infrastructure? I see they want to push for clean energy, which sounds good, but how many data centers are said to be opening? I understand current systems and grids often get overloaded. So, what can we expect moving forward? Moving forward, if this type of funding is already being approved, I'll just say more or less, and this is the trajectory, what are the precautionary measures being taken to mitigate environmental destruction? Oh, both short-term and long-term? Because, I'll just put because, I am aware the U.S. has withdrawn from the Paris Climate Accord and the Green New Deal, some of which had plenty of mishandled and misallocated funds. And Trump said, quote, "will save $1 trillion" as he was signing the executive order. Bam, 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 bam. So I just, how will all of this affect the energy grid and consumers? I want you to be practical, logical, and please keep it brief enough. Slow down, Carter. Brief enough to so I am not sitting here reading a short novel all afternoon. Be professional and intuitive, like my assistant, like Bruce Wayne's Alfred. I need help distilling the vast swaths of information circling about this, clouding and causing more noise. Therefore, I seek the signal and only the signal, and any catalyst that may cause an influx of capital in certain sectors. So I don't know. I'm trying my best here. I do want to ask about the data centers and its impact and all this stuff. So let's just hit. How important is it to monitor the environmental impact of new AI infrastructure? I see they want to push for clean energy, which sounds good, but many data centers are said to be opening. I understand current systems and grids often get overloaded. So, what can we expect moving forward if this type of funding is already being approved, more or less? And this is the trajectory. What are the precautionary measures being taken to mitigate environmental destruction, both short term and long term? Because I am aware the U.S. has withdrawn from the Paris Climate Accord and the Green New Deal, some of which had plenty of mishandled and misallocated funds. And Trump said we'll save $1 trillion as he signed the executive order. How will all of this affect the energy grid and consumers? I want you to be practical, logical, and please keep it brief enough so I'm not sitting here reading a short novel all afternoon. Be professional and intuitive, like my assistant, like Bruce Wayne's Alfred. I need help distilling the vast swaths of information circling about this causing more noise. Therefore, I seek the signal and only the signal and any catalyst that may cause an influx of capital in certain sectors. All right, monitoring the environmental impact. AI infrastructure is crucial as the Stargate initiative plans to open 20 massive data centers, each covering 500,000 square feet. This rapid expansion raises significant concerns about energy consumptions and environmental sustainability. That's what we're talking about here. Energy demand, okay. Clean energy push. While there's a stated intention to use clean energy, the scale and speed of the project may outpace renewable energy deployment. That's what I thought. Water usage. Data centers require substantial water for cooling, which could strain local water resources, especially in drought prone areas. Okay, well, you're trying to get next to the hydroelectric grid and as close to the dams as possible, I guess. Environmental regulations. With the U.S. withdrawal from the Paris Climate Accord and repeal of certain environmental projections, there's concern about the lack of stringent oversight. Short-term integration of efficient energy technologies in data center design, implementation of advanced cooling systems to reduce water consumption, exploration of on-site renewable energy penetration. So long-term investment in grid modernization and expansion, development of new clean energy sources to meet increased demand, and research into more sustainable AI computing methods. Effects on energy grid, potential for increased electricity costs as demand surges, possible grid instability if infrastructure upgrades don't keep pace, and accelerated transition to renewable energy sources, potentially benefiting consumers in the long run. All right, potential catalysts. So, clean energy technology and infrastructure companies, grid modernization and energy storage firms, water conservation and management technology providers, semiconductor and specialized AI hardware manufacturers, data center construction and management companies. So, that's going to be the new wave of university curriculums, most likely. If these are the problems they need to solve, you've got people coming out with those degrees now, hopefully engineers and such, soil experts, and all the kinds of remediation that will be required. Yeah. So what we need is synergy. We need synergy because they're not the only ones. They're doing 20 data centers and they're getting 500 billion. There's other startups and companies and all these that are also building AI, and they want to they're using the cloud, but they want to reduce their costs as much as possible, and open up hyperscale data centers. So let's continue this